Hey, it's Courier Girl, and it's time for another question and answer video. Today's question comes from Laura, and she asks, I'm having a hard time finding companies that are hiring independent couriers. I have one I work for right now, and I love them, but they don't offer enough deliveries. Any suggestions on how you find these courier jobs? Are you doing hire on as employee or as an independent contractor? Thanks. That's a great question. Some companies use the employee model and other companies use the independent contractor model, and some companies use both. Large companies, different lab services, for instance, will have employee drivers that do their routes and do some other work, but then sometimes they don't have enough drivers to cover everything. So they will hire other companies who use independent contractors. Now, the trick is you are not usually going to be able to hire on with these larger companies as an individual. You have to find out who they're contracting with. It's usually like a subcontractor, another courier company that is usually smaller and has extra people that they can use for fill-in work. I do that kind of work myself. So I would ask these companies, when you talk to them, if they ever use independent contractors for fill-in work or work that they can't handle through their own employees. And most of them will tell you, and they might even say, yeah, we're using ABC company for that, for your extra work. And then you have a lead to go talk to ABC company. The other thing you can do is just call a bunch of companies and ask, do you ever have work for independent contractors? Even if their jobs say employees only, sometimes they do. And another thing that you can do is, as you meet other couriers in your work, start talking to them and asking them who they work for, and find out if they're independent contractors or employees. The other thing is to go to the employer you're already working for and just say, hey, I love working for you guys. I really need to get more work because I need to make, I told the guy that I work for when I first started, this is what I need to make a week. If you can get me enough work for that, I'll stick with you. And if you can't, I'm going to look somewhere else. And he's worked really hard to make sure that I am making what I need to make every week. So that's another conversation that you can have and see if you guys can come up with a plan. Are they working on new business? What are they doing to, in the future, get extra work? If you have a company that's just like sitting on their laurels and they're happy with the work they have and are not aggressively looking for new business, then you're going to have to go elsewhere to find new business. Also check out the job search videos that I did, because I look at a lot of different courier companies in a lot of different cities, and I almost always find at least some that do independent contractor work. So those are some of the ways that you can start to find more independent contractor type jobs rather than W-2 or employee type jobs. Now, it's okay to be an employee. I don't have a problem with that. I think as an independent contractor, you get more tax deductions. You have more control over your schedule. You can work for various companies. There's just a lot of benefits to it, and I prefer that model for myself. And I don't like to have to go to company meetings and company trainings and all the stuff you have to do as an employee. So that's a big reason that I prefer it. And finally, don't overlook the gig economy. If you need some fill-in work but not a ton, while you're looking for independent contractor work, get some of those gig apps and do some DoorDashing or some Ubering or some Instacarting or something like that. There's tons of them out there, and some of them are kind of really interesting and niche related. There's one, I don't know the name of the app, that just takes people's luggage from the airport to their homes when it gets left behind or whatever. And there's cannabis ones, and there's animal ones, like where you transport animals from home to doggy daycare or whatever. So there's a lot of different things out there for people to do other than just like the main ones that everybody knows about. So check into the gig economy as a way to do that. Keep making contacts. Keep talking to other couriers, other courier companies. Tell people what you're looking for, and you just never know who might connect you with some really good work. And talk to the company you're already working for and see if they have a plan for expanding so that maybe you can stick with them and grow into that full-time income that you want to. All right. That's it for now. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you find success in getting some more independent courier work. I got to go do some deliveries, and I will see you on the road.